Hi everyone, it's Linda McKenna from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services coming to you today with Tuesday Talks. Today being September 1st, yes, a whole new month. We're starting off this month because today is World Letter Writing Day. So the topic being, celebrating World Letter Writing Day is a wonderful, heartfelt way to bridge generations, honor seniors, and combat senior isolation. Physical handwritten letter is something tangible that can be held, reread, and cherished for years. As I had mentioned on previous talks, may it be Tuesday Talks or Wow, a Wonderful Wednesday, is the fact that when I was going through my mother's stuff, downsizing and having her move, I saw a lot of cards that I had sent her for Mother's Day, even when I was younger or as an adult, and also what the grandkids made for her as well. She kept them, a lot of them. And you know what? I see the tendency of me doing it myself. My granddaughter sends us a lot of pictures of her own drawings and all illustrations. Not only do we keep it on the refrigerator, but sometimes we keep it with us all the time. So it's something that you keep and you cherish. And especially for our older generation, minusing the fact that we're a digital era now, but a handwritten letter is something they love to receive, but also to complete. Here are ideas on how to organize this initiative, along with prompts and templates to help you get started. Ways to participate. Organize a card drive. Partner with local schools, scout troops, and youth groups to write letters to a nearby senior living community. Ironically, long time ago, before I was in healthcare, I belonged to a mother's group, and we had a pen pal program with our mother's group, and the children adopted a grandparent at a senior living community, and we frequently visited, but we wrote letters back and forth. It was really neat, and the joy and the happiness on their face was priceless. So that's something that can be done. I see it now working in senior living, that this is something that a lot of schools, scout troops, and youth groups do on a regular basis. So it's nothing that an activities director or life guidance director will ever deny having somebody do that for their community. Host a writing social. Bring family members together, sit down with tea, nice stationery, and pens to write to grandparents or elderly relatives. Love that idea, doing it as a family project. And this is also a time while you're sharing with one another things that you could, reminisce about. So again, something that is precious time and priceless. Adopt a grandparent, pen pal, just as I mentioned above. Connect with volunteer organizations that pair younger writers with isolated seniors for ongoing correspondence. Yes, we did it with senior living community, but do not exempt the skilled nursing facilities and the nursing homes as well too. They're living there long term. So those are folks that would love this program as well. And then also hospice houses is another avenue to, consider. But also if there's a neighborhood in residential care, in residential community where a lot of, I want to say 55 and older, but more on the older perspective, and adopting grandparents in that area would be great too. So that's something that really think it out and do. Prompt ideas. If you and your volunteers aren't sure what to write, use these simple conversation starters. First one, share a memory. Recall a funny, sweet, or significant moment you shared with them. Love it. Something that they can write about. 2, ask for advice. Ask about their favorite recipe, how they handled hard times, and what life was like when they were your age. These are just such great things to participate in. And honestly and truthfully, I still have my grandmother's recipe in her handwriting Same thing with my grandmother-in-law, my mother-in-law, my mother. So I keep those recipes. And of course, am I not going to pass that along to my children and then on to theirs? And it's so funny because my father-in-law, won a chili cook-off many times in California, and we have his chili secret recipe and in his handwriting. So how special. That's something that is a keepsake for us forever, especially that he is now in heaven. So those are things are great, advice. I asked for advice. And remember my book that I put together, that this is the time of your life, that ask all these questions, so we could expound upon that more than just letter writing day. And I'll do a snippet just on that at a later date, so we'll talk more about the time of your life. 3, describe your day. Tell them about a hobby you enjoy, a book you are reading, and funny thing your pet did. I love that. About a hobby, my daughter herself started crocheting. And with crocheting, the best part of it is that seeing the results, that she was able to share that with her Nana. And the good part of that is the fact that, the good part of it is that there's something that they symbolically shared together. So my mother was so happy regarding that, especially that we have so many of her keepsake blankets. Now my daughter is doing it for others. A book that you're reading, share stories. That's great as well too. Obviously a lot of folks are in book groups, that my daughter has as well. But sharing that with an elder is great, because unfortunately they're not reading as much. Or maybe do reading with them and share the book with them as well. And a funny thing that your pet did. Most of our senior loved ones had pets in their time of life, maybe when they were little, while we were growing up, but sharing something what they did is really something really comical as well. Sometimes we have it even saved on our cell phone as well. So the good part of that is something that is a conversation starter as well. Express gratitude. Thank them for the wisdom, kindness, and presence in your life. I always say to my children, and they grasp upon that, never go through life as would have, should have, could have. Say things now that you might regret that you never said later on. And honestly, if you want to thank them for not only their wisdom and kindness, but really them being in your life and the presence in your life and what a difference that it made, they realize how valuable they are to you, and it's quite priceless, their reaction when they hear it from you yourself. Letter templates. Here is a couple of ideas. Here are 2 simple templates you can copy or adapt. Option 1, to a family member or grandparent. Here is a warm personal template for an elderly relative. Dear Grandma, happy World Letter Writing Day. Today, everyone is being encouraged to step away from their screens, computers, and pick up a pen, and you were the very first person I thought of. I was just thinking about the time we insert a favorite memory. Example, baked holiday cookies, and went to the park. That memory always brings a smile to my face. Life has been busy lately. I've been spending a lot of time, insert a current hobby, school update, or work project. It helps me keep me on my toes. It keeps me on my toes, but I always value the lessons you taught me about staying patient and being patient and kind. I would love to hear how you're doing. What has been bringing you joy lately? If you have the time, I would love to hear your favorite story about, insert a prompt, your childhood pet, your first job. Sending you much love and a very big hug, and your name. Option 2, I love this too, to a senior in a care home. Here's a bright, friendly template if you are writing to a senior you don't know personally. Dear friend, I'm writing to you, wish you a wonderful World Letter Writing Day. Today is about celebrating the joy of sending handwritten notes, and I want to send you a little sunshine your way. My name is, insert your name, and I live in city and state. Lately, I've been filling my days with insert a hobby or a relatable brief, gardening, reading mystery novels. The weather here has been, insert the weather, beautifully sunny, crisp and cool. Even though we haven't met, I wanted to remind you that you are valued, appreciated, and thought of today. I hope this note brings a smile to your face and reminds you that you are an important part of the community. Wishing you a peaceful, happy day filled with your favorite things. Warmly, and your name. I love these ideas. This is something that is simply done, and it's great teaching this to little ones to do that along with you as a project. And it's really paying it forward. But what better day to start it is on World Letter Writing Day, but more importantly, it's something that can be kept up all year long. As always, thank you for viewing Tuesday Talks, and I lead you to my website, which is www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. There you will find my whole demographics, my bio, testimonials, choices of various senior options, live-in options, resources, the 2 libraries of Tuesday Talks for the last 8 years, and also the last year of WOW, which is Wonderful Old Wednesday and Words of Wisdom. So next week, which will be September 8th, on Tuesday Talks, we'll be talking about, on September 8th, is Physical Therapy Day. Today is a wonderful opportunity to focus on seniors, as physical therapy plays a massive role in helping other adults maintain independence, manage chronic pain, and recover from injury. And also, tomorrow, which is September 2nd, since September is World Alzheimer's Month, we're going to be talking on Words of Wisdom, is celebrating World Alzheimer's Month with seniors is elevating dignity, preserving identity, and fostering meaningful connections rather than focusing on the limitations of the disease. As always, thank you. Have a blessed day. See you tomorrow on WOW. And really take today and use it for something really special. What one senior in your family and one senior in the community. Make it a special day. Make it priceless. Bye-bye now.